Let's talk about sex. Part 2. When it comes to sex, both men and women need to adhere to this very sound advice. There's no gain for either male or female to be having sex early in a relationship unless they both desire to have sex at the same time, Then just be aware of the pros and the consequences of having sex too soon. And there are. For example, many men might say, if he has sex with a woman on the first date, chances are there might not be a second date. Or if there is, he's just hoping for a follow-up episode of the first night. He got his fix. He's grateful. And it's back to work, his life. Why does he feel this way? Because men are hunters. Once the hunt is over, he's back to his daily life and routine. Can you blame him? If enough women put out on the first date and don't ever make men work to win their hearts, be romantic in exchange for what they want, what a woman wants, long-term relationship potential, then guess what? No man will marry her, and women all over the world will be on their own to grow old alone because they didn't engage the minds with their bodies to engage his mind with his body and in the right order. It's like caving too soon to the flesh, caving too soon to his needs and sexual desires in hopes that he sticks around. You're going to give up what's valuable. No. In fact, just ask yourself, how's that working out for you? More women in particular are single today than ever before. More women are not getting married by the time they turn 25, 30 years old. It's not that they don't want to be married. It's just fewer men are asking, among other reasons. Why? Because they don't have to marry the girl in order to get what they want. Sex. Why is this happening? Well, blame it on certain female-centered movements for pushing women to act like men, movies for pushing sex on everyone without building a relationship first, heavily marketed sexual BS everywhere, social engineering, etc. We're living longer, so people are marrying later. Jobs or making money are more important, and the focus versus starting a family in some cases. Men are acting like boys. They're not growing up. Financial reasons and more. You get the idea. We're a mess right now. If people are so interested in going organic or holistic with their food and medicine, then how about going nature's way with how men and women are supposed to interact with one another? That is, men chase women, women lure men with their teasing and natural female sensuality. They dialogue, they go on dates, they court, discuss endless topics of anything for hours and days on end, until one day they know each other well enough to say, wow, I could see us spending a lot more time together. What are you doing for, say, the next 40 years? Of course, no one talks like that today. When was the last time you heard anyone say, yeah, this is my girlfriend? When was the last time you heard young people even talk about dating? It's pretty known out there. Dating is kind of dead, to some degree. What has our society come to? I said it earlier, and I'll say it again. Society is messed up, folks. Yeah. Ladies, the lesson here is, try not to let the helium out of your hot air balloon, giving away all the opportunity to have sex with you or potential for a rising relationship too soon. Take responsibility for your own life and don't take the mystery, the chase, or the challenge away from a man if you want to keep him and give him what you ultimately want, a long-term relationship with all the sex you can handle as a loving bonus. Isn't that what you really want? The relationship plus sex? The more women let men chase them, the more they'll respect the women they chase, like an animal outsmarting the hunter. The hunter gains respect for the animal for which he is pursuing. Not that women are animals, it's just an analogy. You get the idea. We, men, like to get a little animalistic and territorial in the bedroom as well, and ravage you like a tiger every now and then. Isn't that right? You know it. By allowing men to chase you, you're actually drawing his heart closer to you, something every woman should want. Now, there's nothing wrong with going up to a guy, making the first move. That's all right. We got to get his attention, right, ladies? Like an animal just kind of walking out into the open. The hunter sees the animal, but then the animal kind of darts away a little bit, hides in the bushes, and, now the hunter's got to go after the animal. Sadly, playing hard to get like this, does have its limits, though. That is, the longer you make him chase you, the more disinterested he may become, because he may grow to feel you're not attracted to him. Why does he want to have sex with you? Hopefully because he's attracted to you, and not just for personal gains, But why would you have sex with him? Because you're attracted to him. How can you tame his sexual advances while you get to know him? By flirting with him, teasing him, kissing, hugging. Some fondling never hurts later on when you feel mutually comfortable, These things keep a man interested in you, sexually speaking on that level. While you interview his brain and you find out where his heart is, what are his intentions, and try to secure his heart for yourself in what you would hope to be a solid, monogamous, committed relationship going forward. That sounds like the makings of a potentially good marriage, doesn't it? That's what you ultimately want, right? A guy to stick around for the long haul? It's okay. You can say it to yourself. You don't have to say it out loud, but, just yet. Now, ladies, if you do make a man wait too long, he may decide to hunt for his gal in another field, leaving you behind with no one to chase after you until the next man comes along. Wow. All that time, energy, and questioning down the drain, right? How many dates will you have to go on this year allowing this to happen? What does a woman do, then, to make sure she doesn't turn a guy away? As with the man, he too should take some responsibility to discuss matters of a relationship, sex in the relationship, and how you both feel about all that. If you've both been in relationships before where sex was involved, you should be knowledgeable enough to have these discussions after several dates. Again, these discussions should be had when you're comfortable talking about sex and before you engage in the actual act of having a sexual relationship. Right? Yeah, you bet.